So, as you're building out your business and you're getting your foundation set and you're getting all your ducks in a row, how do you know when it's time to start a website of your own? And if you have one, how do you know it's time to refresh that website, right? And which platform is the best platform to build a website on if you're experienced or if you're unexperienced? Let's talk all things website. In today's episode, we're going to clarify all of these questions. Yes, even if you're in network or affiliate marketing, spoiler alert, you need a website. And we'll tell you exactly why, how you know you need one, when you need one, how to know it's time to refresh it, and which platforms are the easiest to use and best to use depending on where you're at in business. So let's do this.
Striving for a business breakthrough? Shortcut your learning curve to success with the right training, coaching, and support. Welcome to the Impactful Entrepreneurs Show with Adrienne Hill, a show for coaches, course creators, and network and affiliate marketers striving to earn six figures by leveraging social media without being slaves to their businesses. From an overworked hustler to an impactful entrepreneur, your journey starts here on the Impactful Entrepreneurs Show.
Now, today I'm here with Sandra Houseman. She is a website designer and performance strategist. And so all things websites and all things conversions on those websites, which is a perfect topic, considering that, yes, you might meet those people on social and you might network with them on social, but ultimately the point of sale when someone pulls out a credit card is probably on a web page of some sort, right? So I'm super excited to have you here with us, Sandra. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so excited to be here. Yay, this is awesome.
Yes. So now for those of you who haven't met you yet, tell us a little bit about your story and what your business is about.
Yeah, I am a mom of two very young boys and age 2 and 4. So we stay very busy. I actually started, I have a design degree from college. I got into corporate America and did the whole design thing for a few years. Got into marketing and then decided when my first son was born, I was like, I want to be home with him. I want to have the ability to create my own schedule. I want to ditch the 9-to-5. So that's what I did. And I started my business online and it has been a journey for sure. I think that pretty much everyone I've ever talked to is like, yep, I get that. I would say I've pivoted more times than I can count, and just getting here has been a journey, but it has been worth it. And I feel like I'm in my sweet spot, I've arrived at that place where I'm like, this is all the things that I've gone through have been preparing me for this. And so, I help people create not only beautiful websites, but websites that convert and that work really well for their business and bringing in profit. So that's really my passion.
Perfect. So throughout your journey, you've dialed in on your zone of genius, and that's websites. That's awesome.
Yes.
So now for those viewers who maybe don't have their own website yet, what are some signs or some clues that they might be experiencing to clue them in that it's really time for them to get one?
Yeah, I would say if you have a business, if you are trying to sell something online and it's an online business, one of the first things you need is a website. So your website is like the front door to your business. A lot of times it's kind of like the legitimizer almost, if we can make that a word. And so people are out there looking for what you do and they'll find you on social, but a lot of times they want that website as proof of credibility almost. And so I would say that if you don't have a website and you're trying to sell things online and you have an online business, that you need a website ASAP. It's the front door to your business. Google Analytics, Google SEO, getting that going is very important. So there are multiple, so for example, if you've been around longer online, Google rates your website as a little more credible the longer you've been around. And so even if you're thinking, I don't know what to create that about, if you just create a blog and you start putting something out there, get a domain name, that's going to be beneficial because you're getting that credibility built right now versus waiting. And and then of course, having that place where people can actually purchase, so you can automate a little more of your business so you're not having to do everything manually. can
Yeah.
be a game changer for your business as well. So I
Oh,
would say as
absolutely.
soon as possible.
Yeah. And I felt that pain, early in my business, when you're brand new, you are doing everything manually, but there's only so much you can grow. There's only so much one person can do, right? So
Yeah.
that's so true. Now,
Yeah.
we may have some viewers who are either affiliate marketers or network marketers, and they're selling some other company's product or service. And a lot of times, if you're in one of those types of business models, they provide you a website. Is that enough, or do they also need a website of their own?
Yeah, I always recommend that even if you're in network marketing, even if they're providing you a website, that you are creating your own brand, that you are standing out uniquely. I mean, let's just say that something changes and you have to separate yourself from that network marketing business. If you have that established brand, you can then pivot however you want, whether it's getting into a different network marketing business or maybe even starting your own business. I cannot tell you how many network marketers I've seen that have branched not away from network marketing. They still continue to do it, but they branch into something else that they're super passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
And establishing that personal brand and that identity for themselves is so important, and even being able to do that. So I think, if you're out there and you have a network marketing business, establish your brand, establish your identity, get yourself a website up, and then really think about what you want to contribute to the world that you can be showing up for.
Yeah. And become known for, really,
Yeah.
beyond just selling a product, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for those who are watching who maybe already have a website, what are some signs that they might need to do a little work on it, refresh it a little, give it a little TLC? How do you know when it's time to do some work on it?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a few things. So the first one thing is that if you have a website that's a little bit older, if it's not mobile responsive, that is a huge deal. So right now, a huge majority of people are viewing websites, getting online on their phone or on their tablet, some sort of mobile device. And so if you have a website that does not, what mobile responsive means is that when someone views it on a phone, it's going to automatically rearrange that website a little bit to where it shows up really well on a phone. So it's easy to read, it's easy to navigate. So if your website is not mobile responsive, it's definitely time for a refresh. That is super important. If your business has changed direction, so a lot of times I will meet with potential clients or chat with people online who have a website that doesn't really reflect where they're currently going in their business. So maybe they had it designed at one point, or maybe they went in and did it when they first started their business. They created that website, but now they've shifted, they've pivoted, like I'm pretty sure we all do at some point in our business. And their website doesn't quite reflect exactly where they are headed. And so if that's the case, if your website is not really in line with where you're going, then you need a refresh. If elements aren't working, even if it just simply looks outdated. So design is obviously it's like the thing of your website that catches that attention really fast. And then your copy and your content is what keeps them and keeps them clicking. But that design part is so important. So if your website is even outdated looking or just doesn't have that kind of like modern looking design, it's not even modern, but like people are going to look at your website, and if it looks outdated, if it looks old, if it looks like it's from the 90s, that is a reflection of your business, right? And so if that's the case, I would recommend a refresh. And then also, like, if you just don't have systems set up, automations, integrations, or if you're thinking, what does that even mean? Like, if your website does not work for you and make your life easier in your business, then it's time for a refresh. It's time to maybe get a little help figuring out what that even looks like, because that can be, again, it's a game changer for your business to be able to offload some of that responsibility and some of the things that you're doing manually on a daily basis, weekly basis, to put that on your website and let it be automated.
Yeah, I love it. I love it because, I think most people start businesses, at least some element of why is to have freedom of some sort, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Be at home, be away from home, be with their family, travel, whatever that may be, right? So, automations in the right ways the right
Yes.
places is definitely
Yes.
called for. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Totally.
So which web platform is your favorite one to use and why?
Mhm. Yeah, so I actually started in WordPress. I designed WordPress websites for a few years, and I found that my clients, now there's nothing wrong with WordPress. Let me just say that, because some people will like, oh no, WordPress is the best, but there's nothing wrong with WordPress. But I was finding that my clients were having a really hard time managing and maintaining their own websites. They would try to get in and change things or add pages or move things around. And they would every single time contact me and say, all right, I know you've trained me on this. I even have video trainings, but I cannot figure it out. And so I actually started looking into other platforms because I was like, there has to be something for my clients. My clients are online entrepreneurs, they're moms, they're women who just want to get their passion and their business onto the world. And so it's like, there has to be a platform that we can use that will make this easier for them. So I actually landed on Squarespace. I absolutely love Squarespace. I found that all of my clients that have moved from WordPress to Squarespace or Wix or other platforms absolutely love it. And so it's what I've stuck with. And so it's kind of what I've become an expert in, and helping people get that set up and get that running. But most importantly, my passion is helping them manage their own websites. So they're not constantly running to a designer or having to wait on changes. They can just go do it themselves if they want to.
If they want to. I mean, being user-friendly is huge, because the last thing you want to do is build a website and then every time you want to touch it, spend hundreds of dollars, right? Trying to refresh it or change it like that. Frustrating, right? So, okay. So that makes sense. So then in terms of, as you're building your own business and you're getting leads and sales, you know, which social media platform is your favorite?
Yeah. So I absolutely love Instagram. I mean, there's so many reasons that I love Instagram, but I just love like that. I feel like you can make a genuine connection with people. You've got the direct messages, which I know you have private messages on Facebook, but for some reason, I just feel like Instagram is like the place that I love to hang out. And I mean, if we're being honest, like right now with all of the stuff going on in the world, I feel like I can go to Instagram and I can see pretty pictures and positive things. And I just really enjoy hanging out there right now. But yeah, I mean, I love Instagram. So I don't know. I also like Facebook. So those are probably my top two. But
okay. Yeah, definitely. So, you know, for the viewers who are, you know, they're loving this, maybe they're realizing, hey, it might be time for me to get a website, you know, what I understand that you have a free gift that might help make that easier. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so I have a free video training that they can go grab and they can watch pretty instantly. So it is basically how to create your own client-winning website without losing your mind in the process. So I feel like that's like the one thing that I hear people say all the time. They're like, I'm trying to build my website, but it's driving me crazy. I can't figure it out. So I created this to help in those instances. And so I'm going to show you the top website mistakes that I see people make and how you can avoid those mistakes. I'm going to give you my 4-step formula. So it's really like the formula to follow if you're wanting to create your own website that's not just pretty, but that also converts viewers. And then also how I turn those viewers into leads and ultimately buyers. That's the goal. So that free training will be helpful for anyone who's wanting to get started on the website journey.
Oh, awesome. So if people are looking for like a DIY type of thing, that's what this is.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Because I know there's a lot of people, I think they kind of know in the back of their minds, because I used to be in that camp before when I was thinking about getting a website. I knew I really needed one, but in my mind, it was going to be too expensive to hire out, but it was also going to be too frustrating to do on my own. So that's super helpful to just have like the DIY shortcut, basically.
Yeah. You know, what I always say is that if someone, because there's definitely a difference between if you're ready for a website built for you, or if you really, I recommend that a lot of people do build their websites, but it depends on your position and your stage of your business. So if you have been in business for a while, I say at least like a year to 3 years, if you are confident in the direction of your business, like you know that where you are headed is where you are headed and you are aligned with that and you love that, and you also are at the place where you have clients, you have things to be doing where you don't need to be working on your website because you can be making money in other areas, then maybe it is time for you to hire that out. But until you're really at that place, I recommend that people dive into building their websites themselves. And so my goal is to cut out that overwhelm, make it easy for them to get in and to build that, but to also set them up on the right foot. So when it does come time for them to scale that, maybe to hand parts of that off to someone to help them with it, they're set up correctly instead of having to totally redo the entire thing when that time comes. So that is my goal. So I do help both sides. I help people with, if they're like, hey, I just want you to do it, I do that as well. But I also have that, I have a program where people can get in and I help them and support them in building their own website. So
awesome. Super helpful. I love that. So, for the viewers out there, be sure to grab this free gift because, ultimately, like we said before, you're going to network on social, you're going to meet people there, you're going to build relationships there, but the point of sale probably happens on a web page somewhere. So you really do need to have at least something out there for you. And, this nice DIY kind of shortcut free training could be your ticket to get exactly, get up to times and get ready for the holidays and, just get ready to make more sales. And thank you so much, Sandra, for joining us.
Yeah, of course. You're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
You've been listening to the Impactful Entrepreneurs Show with Adrienne Hill, where we support coaches, course creators, and network and affiliate marketers to translate their big picture vision into actionable plans to build out their business efficiently. If you love our show, we invite you to visit buildalifebydesign.com to join the conversation, access the show notes, and discover more helpful resources. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, and share. Thank you for listening.